Today we're going to be doing a walkthrough of how to get into the Lighthouse dungeon. This quest will take you quite a while, but the dungeon holds many different enemies ranging from level 15 to 27. This disregards the final boss Deviling, and not only is this a really good training area either solo or in a party, but it's especially good because of the emptiness and the fact that there's millions of gold worth of loot if you're lucky enough to loot it from the mini bosses and bosses. Everything that you will need in this quest can either be looted, or if you really want to, you can buy it off the black trader. This includes 5 clovers, 5 wild boar meat, 10 dried mushrooms, which will become 5 special mushroom beer, 20 Woopa Roopa scales, 25 red coral, 5 refined coral, or 1 coral dust. This red coral refined coral will become the coral dust. You just need to talk to an NPC. 10 green powder, 3 green crystals, and 1 mystic stone. You're also going to need your adventure certificate, which you can get from the Innkeeper for free just in case you happen to lose it or sell it, or whatever happened to it. Okay, so what we're going to go ahead and do now is if we just talk to the Innkeeper. Just a second, there's the adventure certificate, by the way. Okay, we're just gonna talk to the Innkeeper and we're gonna ask her if everything's okay. Alright, we're gonna move on to the next page and then we're gonna offer our help to her. She's gonna ask us to bring her 5 clovers from the South Forest. Okay, so we're gonna make our way outside of the village. Go ahead and just go down here, as you can see. And this is also the Innkeeper's request. It says, please gather 5 clovers from the Kui. That's what clovers look like. And we're gonna go out here. I speed it up a bit till I loot a clover. There you go. So the Kuis are gonna be those flying pink things. And there's the clover that you'll need. As you can see, I have 6. I pre-gathered all of the materials before this. Okay, take that back to the Innkeeper once you get 5, and if you don't have 5 yet, go ahead and pause the video whenever you have to get 5 if you're trying to walk through this with me. Okay, so after we give her 5 clovers, she's going to give us an old bag. This is really helpful to much lower level players who don't have a lot of bags yet. I mean, bag space is really important in this game, especially with all the different kinds of loot. And then she's going to ask us to gather her 5 wild boar meats. That's what the wild boar meat look like. I already have 5, but I'm going to take you guys back out to the Woody Woody Forest to show you what you can loot this from. Okay, if you go further south from the Kuis, you're going to find these boars. This one, go ahead and just kill these guys, and then you'll eventually loot wild boar meat. Here you go, from this one I get some wild boar meat. That's what the drop looks like. And you're gonna need 5 of those, alright? So if you're still trying to do this, go ahead and pause the video to get your 5. I already have 6, I'll show you here in a second. There you go, there's my 6. Alright, we're gonna take it back to the Innkeeper. Tell her we brought her the 5 wild boar meat. And then she's going to refer us to Professor Colin. Now, Professor Colin is found in a different map. He's going to be found in the Mushroom Marshland. So we're going to travel there really quickly right here. In order to get to the Mushroom Marshland from the forest, go ahead and just follow this yellow road. Okay, I kind of took a weird route here. I haven't really been in the Mushroom Marshland for quite a while, so I got a bit lost, but we'll find him eventually. And also always remember to use your map if you can't find him. I mean, he's pretty easy to locate if you use your map. The map's actually surprisingly helpful. We're going to choose the Innkeeper's recommendation option. Then we're going to go through the chat here. Okay, and then go ahead and offer him your help. He's gonna tell us to go back to the village to talk to a few NPCs. Now, for Cirrus, you'll see which NPCs we're gonna be talking to. However, for Lanos, the NPCs you're gonna need to talk to are Velor, and his coordinates in the village are 1260 and 585. I'll put this all up onto the screen. The next NPC you're going to want to talk to is Jury. Her coordinates are 635 and 755. Velor is an old man, by the way. Jury is an NPC with green hair. And last one is going to be Erant. I apologize if I pronounced that wrong. He's going to look just like the supply manager, and he's going to be located at 400-850. Okay, and then for Sirius, we're going to be talking to Melanu. And then we're going to be talking to Noe next, who's right next to the guild manager, I believe. There you go, right next to the guild manager we can find Noe. And then finally, after we talk to Noe, we're going to talk to Tarant. And make sure you complete all of their dialogues so that you can get their statements in your inventory. Here's Tarant. So we're going to make sure to completely finish his dialogue. There you go, there's no more pages to go through, so that means you finished it and you can press the X. Alright, now after this we're gonna go ahead and make our way back to Ratas. Or sorry, not Ratas. We're gonna make our way back to Professor Colin in the Mushroom Marshland. You're gonna choose Innkeeper's recommendation and tell him that you've talked to all of them. And then he's going to ask you to find evidence here in the Mushroom Marshland. What he's asking you to really find is something called the Old Skirt. Now you're going to find this if you go right from his little hut. Got lost here, so I had to check the map. There you go. Okay, you're gonna click Innkeeper's recommendation. He's gonna ask you about the investigation, and then he's gonna say that there's an old man in the village who can help you decode some letters. These people, Lanos and Cirrus, you've already talked to. The Cirrus person is going to be Melanu, and the Lanos person is going to be Velor. You're gonna have to take the letter to them. Okay, you're gonna talk to the NPC, and then they're gonna ask you for special beer. What the special beer is they're asking you for special mushroom beer. In order to get this, you're going to need to gather 10 dried mushrooms, as you can see here. You can get these dried mushrooms from the swamp mushrooms located in the Mushroom Marshland. I'll show you them really quick. Okay, just heading back to the Mushroom Marshland now, again following this road. There you go. That's what the swamp mushroom look like. And that's what the mushroom looks like. It's going to be called a dried mushroom. Okay, so once you get 10 of these, you can go ahead and make your way back to the village. Okay, and then you're gonna make your way towards the right. Give me a second. I went the wrong way, but I circled back around. Alright, there you go. You're gonna make your way to the right and talk to this NPC over here. His name is Bartender Lume. And then you're gonna tell him that you brought him 10 dried mushrooms. Make sure you choose the 10 option. Okay, and then for 10 dried mushrooms, he will give you 5 special beer. There's your 5 special beer. And then go ahead and take that back to either Melanu or Velor. Their tears are filling up their glasses. No expression, no expression. Okay, and after that, she'll decode the letter for you, and you're ready to take it back to Professor Colin in the Mushroom Marshland. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever. I'll choose Innkeeper recommendation. And at this point, he's going to give you colon request 4. And he's also going to give you the Broken Soul Stone, which you will need to take to Poscar at the Wingfill Island beach. Here we are at the Wingfill Island beach. Now, Poscar is going to be located at the bottom right-hand corner. I accidentally went a bit too up here. Alright, there you go, there's Poscar. So we're going to talk to her, and then we're going to ask her to print the Broken Soul Stone. Okay, and then she's going to require from us 20 Woopa Roopa scales and 1 coral dust. The Woopa Roopa scales and coral dust are easiest to get from the Woopas or the Roopas here at the beach. Now, the coral dust is a special case. You can't loot coral dust from Woopas and Roopas, and you can't loot refined coral from Woopas and Roopas or anything at beach. So, what you're going to have to do instead is you're going to have to collect 25 red coral from the Woopas, and then you're going to turn that into refined coral, which we can see here. And then once you turn that all into refined coral, it will then become 1 coral dust. And you actually can loot the coral dust. I was mistaken earlier. You loot it from Mutant Woopa, but I mean it's easier to just farm the Woopas to get the red coral instead. Plus you can make a little bit of gold on the side, or you can just get pirate coins and other items to help you level up and make a little bit of gold, as I said before. So there's our 5 refined coral. We're gonna go ahead and turn that into 1 coral dust. Okay, we're gonna take those items, the 20 Woopa Roopa scales and the 1 coral dust, back to Poscar. And again, all of these items for this quest you can just buy off the Black Trader if you wanted to do this as quickly as possible. Okay, then she gives us the printed magic stone to take back to Professor Colin. Okay, here's Professor Colin. We're going to do the Innkeeper's recommendation. We're going to tell him that we brought the printed soul stone. And then the next thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to take this broken soul stone over to the Lighthouse beach. for taking the soulstone with us. We're giving it to Colin, then he's gonna give us a new request, Colin request 5. So don't worry about the soulstone, I'm pretty sure he'll take that away from you. Okay, so in order to get to the Lighthouse beach from Professor Colin, go ahead and just make your way right, but instead of going a bit lower for like we did for the old skirt, you're gonna go a bit higher and you're gonna follow this 3-brick road. And it'll lead you to this exit right over here. Okay, so take that and make your way to the middle of the Lighthouse beach, and that's where you will find the lighthouse. Okay, so make your way inside of the lighthouse, and then if you go up, you're going to find this. This is the sealed stone. Take a look at the sealed stone, and then make your way back to Professor Colin. Okay, once you get back to Professor Colin, he's going to give you one more request for items. This is going to be the last part before you get your Angel's Tier, which will allow you to go into the lighthouse. He's going to ask for 3 green crystals, 10 green powders, and 1 mystic stone. The 10 green powder you can loot from these flowers over here to his left or throughout the mushroom marshland. The mystic stone you can loot from whoopas and rupas, much like the red coral, and the green powder you can also loot from whoopas and rupas. Okay, and then he's gonna give you the Angel's Tier after you give those items to him. And then go ahead and make your way back to the lighthouse, which we just came from. And to the lighthouse, and here we are. Good luck guys, and have fun.